it!
Woohoo! Hey, Piku.
Hi, Pico. He
Hello,
likes your
Piku.
voice. Yeah, you like his voice,
Hello.
don't you? Oh, there he
Hello.
goes. He'll be back.
It's gone. From your higher self. And we set the intention today. We are here to assist Amanda with any clearing, healing, activations, and messages that will help her at this time on her journey. And to assist with this session, I ask one of Amanda's guides to step forwards to assist the communication with me and Amanda. Yeah, so what's your guide that was stepping forwards was a and I don't know if you've met them before, your Blu-ray guide. Have you met them before?
I kind of know I have one like that, but I'm not necessarily like met, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Probably more
Yeah,
like telepathy.
yeah,
So,
it makes sense. So your Blu-ray guide just said to me, John, I want to come forwards and talk to you, to both of you. Are you ready for me? And I was like, and I've met Blu-rays
mhm.
before, and in the past, I've just found it. I had this was quite some time ago. Found it quite hard to talk to what looks like a blue cloud, um, and
Okay.
they're saying, excuse me, they're saying that we're ready. We're ready to talk now.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so um, I've been asked to just share. First of all, start with my downloads. Um, I was shown
Okay.
that uh, if this makes sense, to start with myself, which is in my past lives as a seer, being able to see any place in the universe at all space and time, the whole universe all at once. That
Okay.
kind of superpower, that gift, allowed me to go anywhere in the universe, to see anything, and to some extent to be someone else. So to, like, with permission, step in with someone into their being and to experience their life. And only recently was I aware that the some of the fear and the resistance I had to that gift I was previously unaware of,
Mm.
which was that sometimes if I did it too much, I would lose myself in the universe. Like
Huh.
I would describe it as
Okay.
being becoming like when you become one with the universe fully, your ability to be your
You
incarnated self, like in my case, John, became very difficult.
body. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Cool. Um, so, and they were just showing for me the um, and this is the same thing that applies to you. Know, I'll explain yours in a second. Is that um, that feeling of being a unique being, being a unique expression of source, is the thing that like grounds you back into continuing to be a separate being, and kind of keeping out of source while you want to be incarnated. Um, and and they were like showing me some practices. Like it's almost like my love and my daily routine and my practice and like having spending enough time being in this lifetime, John. Like there is like a minimum percentage for me where I have to like be doing the human things. I have to be humaning around and adulting around and parenting and and
Mhm.
that is like it's almost like this quantum signature that brings me back, like for when I'm traveling around the universe, that I can always come back to that moment. It's like it's almost like, oh yeah, I've got chores to do, or oh yeah, I've got a bill to pay, and I'm back. Like, who would have thought that they were useful? Um,
Yep.
and so for you, for you, I was shown that you have previously incarnated as a Blu-ray entity, and and it goes right back to your soul origins, and that as Blu-rays you would be on the very edge of being unique. So you're so close. If like source was like this layer up above, then you're like just intertwined with source, and then you're just splitting out very slightly, um,
Okay.
enough to have your own unique consciousness, and enough for your soul to be almost like an embryo inside of the Blu-ray being. And you're like a
Okay.
blue cloud. So a bit like if we saw, if we envisaged the sun on Earth, we looked up at the sun in the sky and saw little blue circles around the outside, you would be this kind of this cloudy blue mist around it. And there was those moments in that lifetime where I mean, Blu-rays don't really kind of have lifetimes like us, like humans. There's very much a kind of very, it's so seamless to be birthed and to return to source. You're so high vibration, you can just kind of almost like incarnate in and out. And there's this incredible gift that is not unique to Blu-rays, but incredibly powerful for you, is unity. And I just kept hearing this over and over. It's like unity, 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 unity. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I'm sure we'll talk about that quite a lot. Um, and so for unity, when Blu-rays unify, when they link their hearts together, so they have heart chakras, and they're able to connect with each other's heart chakras, that sense of unity becomes so seamless and so unified that it's very difficult to discern the Blu-ray from source. And actually, the Blu-rays themselves find it quite hard to distinguish themselves from source because they are so high vibration and so connected. Um, and there's this very natural tension as that incarnation that you experienced, which was that you would go through these phases, and sometimes these would last for like and thousands of years, where you'd have that
Okay.
feeling of like sliding into unity, like when you're called to help unify parts of the universe where there's trouble, where there's war, where there's imbalance, like here on Earth. You would choose to go directly and help. And so you could do things a bit like your Blu-ray guide is doing just now, like come and talk to some people that can listen and give some advice and help. And then there's other things, more physical things you can do, like incarnating in through certain beings that are able to hold that Blu-ray energy, including, of course, the avians. So you could come in as an avian's being and incarnate. And what I'm being shown is that what's fascinating about the Blu-rays is that you wouldn't lose the incarnation as a Blu-ray. You would be both. You would basically be a Blu-ray and
Oh,
an avian. And it's almost like
okay.
the avian would have some unique consciousness, but almost a bit like our bodies have consciousness. So you would still inhabit almost like a human incarnation, but not quite. Like you would be a walk-in at a certain point in their lives and host that body. And this is unique to the avians. I think there is one other galactic race that can do this, that can host the Blu-ray directly like this. I'm hearing the Arcturians have had some experience and explorations of this, but it's closer to symbiosis, like two souls in one being. Oh, thank you. That's really kind. Well, yeah, I'll send on this recording to you later. And yeah, thank you so much. It's incredible connecting with you. I look forward to
Yeah.
doing this again sometime.
Thank you so much, John. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. I
We'll talk.
appreciate you.
Have a wonderful, magical day.
You too. Sending love. See you. Bye.